What's up, guys? It's Rainer here. I made it back finally in Tennessee, but let me take you back a few weeks ago to Camp Lejeune where I was stationed. So 4:45 this morning, and it's my last day. Let's get it. So my priority in the morning, right after I wake up, is to shower and then immediately get dressed and ready for formation. I'll fix that in a sec. But since it's my last day, I figured I'd show y'all how I get ready in the mornings. Let's do it. So, I'll grab my phone real quick. But every morning, come over here, and it's me. So doing this every day for 4 years, I really got into a rhythm. So the first thing I always do is I throw on my green shirt after I get out of the shower, as well as my trousers, and then tighten my belt. Next thing I do is always put on my watch because I'm usually away from my phone at this point in the morning, and I like to have notifications on what's going on in the morning if I get something. Then I shave with an electric shaver, just so it gets close enough, but gets the job done as well. And of course, brushing my teeth before I go out, because last thing you need is morning breath. Now that my hair's all fixed up, I can go ahead and put away my hygiene bag and go put on my boots and get ready for formation, since that's at 5:30. So my boots are tied one of two different ways. I go and combat tie them just because that's easier for me and it's what I've been doing all 4 years. And then right after I combat tie them, I also blouse them. So that means using these green things, which you're about to see, and it helps make the trousers look nice and professional. So I'm about to throw on my blouse and then head out to formation. So I'll see you guys in a sec. And right before leaving for the morning, I make sure I lock everything up, make my bed, and sweep, just in case anyone comes through and inspects the room while I'm gone. Morning formation typically consists of just passing a word for the day if there is any word to pass at that moment in time, and also to get accountability to make sure no one went missing overnight or no one had any issues that came up. After that's all done, we usually are allowed to go to chow and or PT depending on what's going on that day. So now that you know what my morning routine is about, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about what it's like for me to get out of the
Anyways, guys, so the whole point of me making this video right now is to tell y'all my thoughts on me getting out personally and what I'm going to do, how I'm going to go about it, some dreams and aspirations that I'm after as well. So I did a little bit of video editing before I joined the Marine Corps back in like 2015, 2016, or somewhere in there. I made a few videos, nothing too extreme. Made some for my first semester in college, but after my first semester in college, I was like, I'm gonna drop out. Like, this is dumb. Like, why are we doing this? Shortly after I joined the military, everything changed. Like, I grew up real quick. I had to learn how to do a lot of things on my own, but now it's like I've been here for 4 years. How do I go back to the civilian world? Like, how do I go back to normal society? Like, I feel like I don't fit in. So right now it's December 20th. I get out on the 23rd of this month, right before Christmas. So I got real lucky with that. My plan right now is to go back home to Tennessee and then up to Nashville, January 7th through the 21st. I'm gonna attend bartending school just so I have a little foundation. Hopefully it'll be a little bit easier for me to get a job as well. After that, I'm really just like going with the wind. I have no idea where I'm going to go to college. All I know is I'm going for computer engineering or software engineering, one or the other. And then I'm hoping to work with a Fortune 10 company after I get out. How am I going to do that is the question. Like, all I've known is to be told what to do all day long, every single day. And it gets a little irritating, but at the same time, it's like, how do I go about this? Like, and I'm going from this to back to society where if I go to college, like I said, I only did 1 semester, I'm going to be far behind everyone. I'm going to be 24, almost 25 years old by the time I go back. All the other guys are freshmen or are going to be 18 years old. So that's a 6-year gap. And at university, I feel like that's a little bit weird. As well as a lot of guys stay in the Marine Corps or the military period because they don't know what they're going to do. They don't know how they're going to make money. They don't know where they're gonna live, because a lot of them joined because of family issues or money issues because they weren't able to make enough money out. I got a few friends here that they constantly send money back home, and then a lot of guys, they're just not good with finances. My goal is try to help whoever is watching this video get out and have a successful life once they get out and not be homeless, man. In all honesty, because that's one thing I don't ever want to see out of anyone. I don't want to see a fellow military member, especially, out on the streets living because they couldn't transition back into the civilian life because they joined whenever they were 18 years old, and now they're 22, 24, 28, whatever it is, and they have very little real world experience. All they know is the military. All they know is where to be, when to be, how to dress. I've worn the same uniform. Like, I don't change out of this uniform. This is my uniform. This is what I wear every single day. Like, it's weird. I can promise you, you can get so much further in life if you know how to use your phone correctly. Like, for me, I needed a place to stay in Nashville. So I hit up some old friends. Most old friends, they already had roommates, weren't going to be able to, house me. Facebook has some groups. Jumped on Facebook, found some awesome people real quick that not only want to show me around the city, but they also are very willing to provide a place for me to like lay my head down at night for cheap. Like, I'm paying $200 for 2 weeks in Nashville instead of spending $100 a night or $60 a night, whatever it is, for an Airbnb. I'm getting a place for super cheap, saving a lot of money, and doing it that way. I've saved $500, so $1,000 a month, and then that leaves enough money for bills, car payment, phone payment, whatever else. Leaves enough money for food, extra food that I want, because I do have money taken out of my account for the chow hall. And then it leaves enough money for if I want to go do something. Everything I can think of paid off right now, just to make it a little bit easier for me once I get out. Well, 5 hours later, here we are, still cruising. I don't even know what to say. It's crazy. I finally signed the DD-214. I'm a free guy, free man, and also unemployed during Christmas time. So, that's great too. Love it. Love to see it. But overall, I'm still trying to process this thing. Like, I'm expecting my phone to blow up with group chats and people needing things or having questions about stuff, or I'm expecting to, have to go back to base, start of January. My mind still hasn't come to the conclusion of, oh, hey, I'm free yet. But yeah, I'm out. So I'm trying to figure out what to do now. But yeah, I got a few more hours left on my drive. Finally, it's not raining as hard. It was pouring earlier. Hard to drive, wrecks everywhere. So I'm gonna get off this thing and then catch you guys in a little bit. See ya. So yeah, that's a lot to take in at one time, but I still got some money coming in from my terminal leave, a few more paychecks. That's just going to get us by up until just after bartending school. So I need a place to stay after bartending school, and I need to meet some friends up in Nashville because I don't really know anyone up there. So that's going to be our next two goals, is finding a cool place to stay that's cheap, affordable, and in a good location preferably. And also meeting some cool people. So, I'm going to bring you guys along for the ride. Let's go. So as the sun finally sets on this chapter of my life, I'm truly thankful for the friends I made and the experiences that I went through. I got to meet individuals from all over the world. And with each individual I met, I learned something new from them. The most valuable lesson I learned is that you can learn something from anyone. It doesn't matter their age, ethnicity, or even if they're a nice person or not. You can be open-minded and still stick to your morals at the same time. Now it's time to start writing the next chapter in my life.